Are you worried about maybe times being a bit uncertain with AI coming in and maybe you feel a lack of confidence in your ability to deal with uncertain times? Well, if that's the case, today's episode is for you. Thank you for being here and welcome back if you are returning to the podcast. So, I decided to talk about this because there is a lot of AI activity and things going on, and I love AI. There's also the concern I realise of like, is AI going to take my job? What's going to happen with my life? And things are always changing. There's lots going on. I hear in the news. I don't watch it because it's not good, and it just ruins the mind, in my personal opinion. And there's a lot going on social media and all these discussions, and I know it can really impact people. And I know for me, if I'm being totally honest, I found a lot of uncertainty in things recently, and I've had to work through it in my own personal life. And I thought I'd kind of share a perspective on that and how I've really been able to build up a little bit more confidence inside of myself and how I've done it in the past with you. I've been someone who's been on like a place where his job was on the line every year and he had to work hard to get it renewed. And I knew I was worth more than that, but it was like in that place where I didn't have the right set of skills at that time. And I was in that place of uncertainty. And I've had it many times in dating and in short-term relationships where it's like, is this going to work? And I get very nervous, get very like a little bit worried about myself. And I've had that with finances as well. It's like, is this going to work if I invest in this, if I invest in that? And what I was able to do is build up a bit of certainty in myself over time, and I really want to share with you. The thing is, what I realized, and I remember even once saying this, and I didn't actually fully embed it and live it. And sometimes we go through life lessons to really embed something, right? And I once remember saying this years ago. I said, we're always going to have uncertainty, but the only certainty you can have is in yourself. And obviously the fact that we're born and then we'll leave this planet one day. Everything else is uncertain. You can't guarantee anything, of course, right? Even you're like, I got a job for life. No one has a job for life. I'm going to have this marriage for the rest of my life. No, you don't. Not necessarily, right? And I'm not putting alarm bells on. I hope your marriages, hope your jobs, hope your business work out, and many do. But it's like something can always happen in life. And that's what I've definitely had to work with in time. And it's always a work in progress for me. So I'm not saying I get it right all the time. I will get a bit nervous about things. But certainly there's a bunch of things that have helped me build more certainty in myself. And I've got a great guy I've learned from over the years, and he's very like certain in anything that's thrown at him. And he's had the most extreme, like being wrongly accused of things and like being thrown in prison. And he was completely innocent, and he went in happy. And had businesses taken away from him, relationships gone, and it's very cool with it and just like goes with it and then comes out on top. And I aspire to be at that level. I've certainly not been to prison or had allegations or like lost businesses or anything like that. But yeah, it's really, for me, been a demonstration of what's possible, particularly with AI. So maybe you're like here and you're like doubting yourself. You're like, oh, what's going to happen? Like with all these AI things, the world changing, all these things going on. Well, I want to share some tips. Number one, human skills can never really be replaced, right? Automation, writing stuff, yeah, maybe. But being able to interact with other human beings, being able to lead from the heart, being truly you, nobody can replace that. So work on the true human skills that matter. Because have you ever heard someone speak truly from the heart and change lives? Yeah, there's many leaders out there who have done that. Unfortunately, there are many inverted commas leaders who probably aren't really leaders, who do twist people's minds to manipulate them in a certain way. But there are people who've had massive hearts. In my view, people, and you can disagree with these, but people like Nelson Mandela came from the heart after being sent to prison for many years and decided not to declare war but love and join people up. And that changed lives. Things like that can never be replaced by things like AI. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be a Nelson Mandela or anything like that, but we're all different. But like, if you can come from the heart and really be human, that's going to make a massive difference. The second thing is have confidence in your ability to adapt and be flexible. You have overcome challenges in your life before, but the problem is you've dismissed it. Like you've overcome maybe heartbreak, you've overcome a job loss, maybe you've overcome like someone saying something really harsh to you. Whatever it is, make a list of all the things you've overcome, because that will build more confidence in you that you can move forward. And then the third point is use AI to really build out the best in you. So you can use AI as like a journal or reflection prompt. Use it to ask questions that are going to prompt you good quality questions to really move forward in your life. That's what I've been doing. I'm in a program where we've got an even more specialist AI. But if you can start using it to ask it questions about you and say, this is my situation, can you prompt me with some good journal questions? Use it to your advantage to really pull out the best in you and who you are. And it can even give you some actions as well. So that's one way you can be adaptable and flexible, and it can help you bring out more confidence. So just open up ChatGPT. You can even use a free account and then ask it some questions, tell it about you and say, can you help me out of some confidence? Ask me some questions. Can you help me build my self-esteem? How can you help me build up certainty? Because don't use it as the enemy. Use it as your friend and use it as something that's a useful tool for you, because you have that greatness, you have that humanity about you that is always going to be desired by the right people. So that's what I got for you today. Just to recap the points. Number one, true human skills such as emotional intelligence can never be replaced. Number two, know your ability to adapt. You've overcome different things. Things are always changing and you've adapted them before. Make a list of at least 10 things. And then number three, use AI as your friend. Use it as a journal, as a reflection, as a prompt. On that point, I didn't say, but don't displace actual human connection. No, don't do that. You need humans. Humans need other human beings. But you can use it as a reflection and a journal prompt as well. So that's just an idea for you. So I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. And remember to lead with your heart and not with fear.